So welcome back to another video. This is TeamOverclocked bringing you guys the top 5 best bang for the buck CPUs for late 2016. Now these CPUs are the overall best gaming CPUs for a variety of budgets, so let's get right into it. First off, we have the AMD Athlon X4 845 for $66. Don't be fooled by the price of the CPU because it still is a very capable chip. Now the CPU features 4 cores clocked at 3.5 GHz and it supports some mild overclocking. This is great since most games really benefit from 4 cores like the CPU features. Next up, we have the AMD FX 8300 for $105. This has 8 cores clocked at 3.3 GHz, and this is really overclockable, especially if you have a good CPU cooler to pair with this processor. This is really great for those of you who want to do some budget video editing because of its high core count, since most video editing programs really do benefit from more cores and threads. It's also good for gaming, but the poor single core performance lets it down a bit. Next up, we have the Intel Core i3-6100 for $110. This has 2 cores with hyperthreading, making it act like a quad core, and it's clocked at 3.7 GHz and is not overclockable, but it's still a pretty healthy clock speed, especially for gaming. Now, despite it only having 2 cores, this is really great for gaming, and it is better than the FX 8300 in most cases. One advantage of getting this over the FX series processor is that you can upgrade to an i5 or i7 later on without messing around with a new motherboard and RAM. Now we're going to take a big jump in price up to the Intel Core i5-6400 for $175. This has 4 solid cores clocked at 2.7 GHz with turbo boost up to 3.2 GHz. Now i5s are known for their great performance in gaming because they have 4 cores which all have great single core performance, which is basically like the best setup for a gaming PC because games usually need around 4 threads. And they perform better with stronger single core performance, so this CPU has you covered in all of those aspects. Now if you want to spend a little bit more, you can get the i5-6600K for $235. This has 4 cores clocked at 3.5 GHz out of the box, and since it is a K-series CPU, it is also overclockable, and you can usually get this to go upwards of 4.2 GHz. This is pretty much the highest you should go for 1080p and 1440p gaming, since anything above this will most likely have worse single core performance, therefore making the performance identical, if not worse than this. One thing to note if you're getting the CPU is that it does not include a stock heatsink, so you will have to get an aftermarket cooler, and along with that, if you want to overclock with the CPU, you will have to get an expensive Z170 motherboard. They're not much more expensive than the lower end H110 motherboards, but they will cost you an extra $30 to $40 depending on the motherboard you're buying. So yeah guys, that's all for today. If you liked the video, please overclock the like button. If you didn't like it, please dislike this video and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.